Okay, welcome to the first part of what if deku had a gaming quirk. So, this is a new what if, and I just, came up with the idea on the fly. I thought about what if Deku could have any power he wants, and he gets stronger every single time. So, in this one, quirks, they are mostly the same. But, people view quirks more importantly. Some people don't even work out their bodies to even combat people. And the reason I'm whispering, I don't even know why. Because I don't even care if my sisters find me recording. I know it's aggravating when I move in my bed. So, let's get to the story. Izuku Midoriya. His birth just happened, and his mother, Inko, just gave birth to him. And his father was not there. Deku's father went missing a long time ago. Growing up, Deku was never really, loved by anyone except Inko. He was mostly alone. The other kids never played with him. Bakugo never talked to him. And when they found out he was quirkless, everyone started bullying him. Deku's only shine of hope was Inko. Deku didn't really care for a hero as much. He looked up to them, yes, like he recognized their powers, but he always loved to play games. The reason he loved to play games because it get him out of this world. He's free. He feels free when he plays games. What? My phone will charge even though it's not what? That don't make no sense. Oh yeah, my charger is plugged up. He feels free even though he's in this world. Even though people bully him every day, he feels free. So he plays games every day. But he works out, yes. To learn, Deku basically learned basic hand-to-hand combats and judo, takedown tactics. So he won't, basically be less than anyone else. So he can fight, but he can't do that much since he doesn't have a quirk. Now, we're going to go to a 10-year-old Deku. 10-year-old Deku is more mature than normal other 10-year-olds. Because Deku had to learn his, basically that he was not going to get a power. He couldn't become a hero because he didn't have power. But he wanted to keep that hope that he could. Now Deku, he learned to cook from Inko. Inko taught Deku how to cook. Because, Deku, loved Inko cooking. So Inko taught Deku how to cook. Inko taught Deku a lot of things. Deku loves Inko. That's Deku's number one supporter. He loves Inko. So, today, Deku just met All Might. All Might just saved Deku from a villain attack. Deku was holding his own with his basic, fighting. But he didn't have that much experience. And he didn't have a quirk. So he could, basically take down a villain. But he did, land in a few punches and, keep the villain away from him and from killing him. That's when All Might comes in and he saves Deku and takes down the villain. That's when Deku asks All Might, right there, right then, can I, become a hero even if I don't have a quirk? As All Might says, no, you cannot. No one can become a hero without a quirk. Yes, this just crushes Deku. The number one hero, the person he loved the most because of his power, what he stood for peace, told him he couldn't become a hero. As Deku was a little bit sad as he walked away. As All Might is thinking to himself, did I make the wrong choice? Should I have switched my words up? Should I have been less blunt? As he just, stopped thinking about it, and he takes the villain in, and he goes back to hero work. Now, Deku got home and he started playing some games. He was still a little bit sad from what All Might said, but he, just ignored it and played some games. He had a good time. This when Deku noticed something strange. In the corner of his eyes, he saw this thing that says, "Do you want to join the game?" As Deku doesn't know what this means, so he start thinking about it. What is the game? As it says, you will gain a power. This power is called the game. You can do anything with this power, but you have to be high enough level. So, do you want to join? As Deku says, sure, why not? It says, congratulations, you're now a player of the game. It shows Deku's stats. Deku's strength is high for a regular 8-year-old. And the rest of his stats are also high, with his stamina being mostly that of the ages of 14 to 15-year-olds. He has high stamina. Now, Deku also sees something. It says debuffs currently. And it shows Deku's debuff that's currently on him. And it says this: the pain of knowing you cannot become a hero without a power. The self-doubt that you have. If you get rid of these, he could become much, much more stronger. As it gives him a task, basically to become stronger. These daily quests. But there is no punishment if he doesn't do it. But if he wants to become stronger and become a hero, he should. So he does. From the young age of 8, he started working out more. Deku then started receiving these places that he can go to by a click. If you click on the place he want to go to, he goes there. And he has to kill certain monsters. He has to collect herbs. He has to do all kinds of things. Deku right now has no skills, no weapons, no money. So Deku started thinking of skills. He says, I really wish that I could basically run really fast. Really wish I could run really, really fast. Faster than Genium. Faster than All Might. So Deku gets that. Now, I cannot remember how fast All Might moves, like Mach something, I forgot. But Deku can move past that. Deku can move so fast. All Might can move to the point, he's faster than Naked Eye, All Might can move that fast. But Deku can move faster. So Deku, use his super speed to take down, these creatures that he needs to kill. Deku then thinks of a weapon. He needs a sword. So a basic sword comes to him. Deku has no skills with the sword, so he starts swinging his sword. He just says he needs experience. So he starts using the sword. He starts swinging it, hitting trees with it, and hunting down animals with it. Now, Deku doesn't know that he could get experience from another way, but he doesn't know it yet. Now, if Deku does certain activities, certain exercises, they put them into their stats. Now, Deku thinks about another thing he wants. He wants the ability to see someone else's stats. So he gets that, and it calls this the eye. No, that sounds lame. No, just no ability to see other stats. I'm gonna call it, let's call it that. Regular version appraisal. Deku gets appraisal. Deku also says he wants some healing, so he can heal his body faster. He gets that. And Deku also wants awareness, so he gets that. But all his skills are on level 1. He needs to level them up. So over the years, Deku started leveling his quirk, as you can say. The leveling system. Or the game. And Deku is now 14. Deku is much different from a cannon. He still has that green hair, but it's much longer. And it's much straighter. It goes down to his shoulders. Deku Inko no longer lives in an apartment because Deku gets money from these, doing these tasks. And they bought themselves a different house. Deku, from buying the different house, had to move to a different school. In that school, he has made friends. Some good friends. Don't worry about the names, they're just random people. Because Deku isn't in the school with any of Class 1A, just in some random school. Deku made some good friends. Deku told Inko about his power. Over the years, Deku leveled up his skills. And his level also increased. I want to say his level is now level 50. Actually, no, level 62. Yes, that's good. Deku's leveling could go on infinitely. Now, Deku did learn the extra ability to his power. Whatever he reads, he can get experience from that. And he also has this ability to copy what he reads. Deku's also, from reading books, Deku also enhances his intelligence to what a point he can remember anything. Photographic memory. Deku has become an excellent chef. He cooks better than any chef in his world. Better than any chef in the past. Better than any chef that will come in the future. Now, Deku has also learned from these things. All the games Deku played, he implemented the skills from them games inside himself. All the books he read, he implemented those things into himself. Including this thing called cultivation. Now, there are a bunch of realms in cultivation. And the Pacific realm I'm going to put Deku in is body strengthening. This is the 4th realm. There are 10 realms in particular. Body strengthening is the 4th. The rest of them, I still haven't come up with names. I'm making this on the fly. Don't judge me, I'm making this on the fly. I don't really research that much, so I just make up things. So, during this time, Deku also got the ability to fly. He didn't get teleportation because he didn't think of that yet. Now, this is the last day of middle school. The teacher comes in. He says, how many of you guys want to go to, a hero school? How many of you guys want to be a hero? They all, raise their hands. He says, okay, I shouldn't have asked that question since I already know that. But, you all have chosen your hero schools, I presume? Everyone says yes. Okay, so we're gonna finish class and then everything is gonna be over with. Then you guys gotta go home and train for, the next 10 months. As they say, okay. As you know, school over with. Deku leaves, and because he isn't in Bakugo school, the sludge villain attack never happens. All Might tracks down the sludge villain, he takes him away. Yes, Deku never meets the sludge villain. Deku goes home and he starts, thinking about what he's gonna do for training. So he basically just goes into a world. This is a different world. He has to do a specific task. He has to cure this whole world. No, he has to bring this kingdom that's been in poverty for years, bring it up to the glory days, build it up. So Deku goes forth. So Deku is an unknown person as he gets his identification. And this world is different from his. There are floating islands some places. There are dragons other places. There are different races. Beastmen, elves, dwarves. There are a lot of things there that are different from his realm. So Deku goes to this kingdom that he's supposed to bring from poverty. This place looks dirty in the slums. It looks down. So Deku decides first he has to get started by basically bringing food to the place. But first he has to meet the king that is currently ruling this place. As he goes to the castle, there is no king. The soldiers tell them that they didn't have a king. The king that was ruling here left. He abandoned them. Deku told them, how about this? If I can become your king, I can bring you guys up from poverty. And I can make this place so much more better than what it is. The soldiers don't believe Deku, so they give Deku a task. If you can go to the Pacific Village outside the kingdom, and you can build that village up, then we'll believe you. As Deku leaves, so he gets to that village. The village is also down. You got buildings that's crumbled down. People living on the streets, and what Deku does is he basically rallies everyone up. He says, I was given a challenge. A challenge to help you guys build your village up. To help you guys become better. Trust me, I can help you. But you just have to listen to me. So they say they're listening. If anyone could help, we would appreciate it. Deku tells them with a smile. Clear out all of the debris of the buildings and then we'll get started. As everyone clears out the debris, it takes a couple of days, but they do it. And Deku says, we're going to rebuild everything. But before that, you all must be hungry. As Deku goes into the forest, he hunts down animals. He brings them back to them as they eat. They love Deku's cooking. So, they rebuild houses, but it takes them a while, like a couple of months, to build every house. They get it done. Deku teaches them how to farm. Teach them better farming, methods. Deku teach them how to hunt. He teaches the warriors of the village, better hunting skills. How to trap. How to fish. Teach them all this. He brings that village back from being dark to having so much bright air, so much filter, so many people happy. There's no one in that village that doesn't have a smile. As the knights, they see Deku who did it. They see Deku as a blessing. People see Deku as someone holy. Someone sent by the gods. Someone sent to help them. So they trust Deku. They let Deku help them. As Deku became their king, Now, there was a prince of this kingdom. He stayed behind because he had to help, but since he was too young, he couldn't, help. So Deku basically started bringing the kingdom back to its glory days. He said, like he did to the other people, clear out all the debris, and then we're gonna build from the start. As he had to hunt a lot to get food for everyone. As they did that. He did that. Now, Deku then gave them jobs. You guys, pointed to a select few, will be building. You'll be builders. You guys will work at the farms. You will work at the military. Everyone shall work at the military. You shall serve a couple of years in the army. Well, in the basically with the soldiers. As Deku basically gets them to strengthen their military, by teaching them. He teaches the young prince, how to rule over a kingdom. Teaches him the right from the wrongs. He teaches him he has to be a ruler that does not seek war, but is ready for one. Always stay ready, and always keep your friends close, but your enemies, keep them closer. Watch your enemies at all times. Never take your eyes off them. If you do, they might just kill you. Now, I'm not going to tell you that you have to kill all your enemies. You can spare some of them. The ones you see, you feel are worthy of being, spared. Some are far past that. As Deku gets the place to actually being decent. But now, all they have to do is fix the economic, values. Just to get money to this place. As he teaches them, they have their own currency. Gold, silver, and copper. The kingdom has no gold, no silver, or copper. So Deku tells them, I have an idea. As they start selling their goods, that they have to other kingdoms, they also start selling their services. Like basically warriors that can help them, teach them, things like that. Tutorers. Because Deku was very smart. He taught them many things. He created a school. Since Deku has all knowledge of this world, the past of this world, he gives them books of it. This world also has magic, as he teaches the magic. So, Deku's kingdom starts flourishing, grows bigger and bigger, and the kingdom springs to life. The people in the streets are happy. There is no one sad in this city, but there's something else going on underground. As let's go to a meeting place with two hooded figures as they're speaking. Sir, I think it's time we begin. Yes, it is. Tell them to start. We shall rule this world. Yes, sir. I shall move out immediately. As the man runs off. And an hour later, he arrives. And he says, we shall move now. Is what our master told us. So, let's get started. As then something happens. The world is shrouded in darkness. demons coming through portals. And Deku, he notices this. He feels this. But they're not in his kingdom yet. They're not in any special kingdom. Deku's kingdom has flourished so much over the years. Deku is still 14, but he physically he's 14, but mentally he's older. Because he's in a different realm, he doesn't age. Deku basically feels this, so he sends, people to basically, scout to see what's happening. As 2 weeks later, he gets the messages from the scouts that there are demons, So Deku sends his scouts out again to basically, tell every major kingdom, the Beast Kingdom, Elf Kingdom, Dwarf Kingdom, to tell those that to tell them that the demons are coming. So they get the notification. They ask who sent them, the scouts who sent them, the messengers. They say the king, of the human country, Izuku. They say, what is this message about? They say, demons have appeared on this world. So they said they're going to have a meeting. So they set up a meeting. The Elf King, the Elf Queen, the Dwarf King, and the Beast King, and Deku. They're all in, this room with their most, warriors. With 2 guards, by each, royalty. As Deku tells them, there are demons in this realm. I fear that a holy war will start. We must be ready to call arms at a moment's notice. So, will you, come with me and we start a war against these demons to protect our people? As they, agree, but they think what will come out of this war. How can you guarantee victory? Deku says, there is no guaranteed victories. But there's no guaranteed losses. We strive to become stronger, to protect our cities, our people, the ones we love the most. So, will you stay here with your sword in the ground, just watching as your people get slaughtered? Or will you ride with me while I have my sword high in the sky as I slaughter the very beings trying to kill my own? As they listen to what Deku says, and they actually go along with his plans. As Deku says, we ride by 2 weeks. We should arrive in a week's time if we go now. As they do that, the 4 kingdoms come together to stop a common enemy. They bring their best soldiers and regular soldiers. And they go. And they start a war. After a week, they get there. All the demons are moving their direction. And the Demon King sees them. He notices them. As he says, so, they have noticed. But it wouldn't help. I'm going to take this realm for myself. As the one next to the Demon King starts laughing. I know, right, sir? This realm is ours for the taking. Or might I say, yours, your majesty. These humans have nothing against you. They will fall so fast, my lord. As the Demon King says, you're right. They have nothing against me. But these soldiers, I want to see what they have. I hope these puny humans, as they call them, these elves, these beastmen, these dwarves, I hope they can entertain me. My liege, I think they will entertain you a lot. As now they both start laughing. This when Deku speaks to his men, his soldiers and the rest of the soldiers that mix with his men, with elves, beastmen, and dwarves. He speaks to them all. We shall prevail. We have each other. We have brothership. We have family that we must protect. We shall not fall. We are stronger together than apart. As we take our weapons and we charge into battle, are you with me? As everyone starts shouting, as Deku, puts his sword out in front of him on his horse and he says, charge! As everyone starts charging into battle. Deku then, goes in, he hops off his horse, he rushes in. They start cutting down demons left and right, but a couple of Deku soldiers dying too. This is a war. There's going to be losses on both sides. As this is all going on, Demon King is getting amused that they're holding off until this long. So, after, I want to say, a couple of hours, Deku soldiers are starting to get tired. Deku tells them, do not get tired of fighting a war. You shall get tired, but you shall never fall. We strive together. If we die, we all die together. Keep going. Persist. You have this. As everyone gets motivated. As they fight harder. They fight till they're tired. They don't care. They're going to win. As this one, Deku, basically gets hit with an arrow in the shoulder. And he's bleeding. He's hit with more arrows. But Deku is still standing. He tells his men, don't stop. Prevail. Keep moving forward. They keep moving. They keep attacking. Deku keeps attacking. Even with all these arrows in his body, he keeps on going. Deku does not stop. And at the end, they prevailed. They killed all the demons. This one, Demon King comes. Deku pulled out all the arrows and he bandaged himself up. The Demon King then says, clapping. You humans use me, but you all shall die. As Deku sees the Demon King, he pulled out his sword. Demon King says, a puny blade shall not hurt me. As they start fighting, Deku and the Demon King, as they're going back and forth, as Demon King is amused that Deku can actually hold his own against him. They're going back and forth, fighting. After a while, Deku basically, used his one skill that he didn't want to use. He used blessing on his soldiers, on himself, as they all strike the Demon King, killing him forever. As this is over with, the war is over with. The world has come to peace. Every demon is dead. Deku leads his soldiers back. He brings back the corpse of the the ones that didn't make it. All the kingdoms go back to their places. But they know today that they fought together. And it felt good to actually fight with each other instead of fighting with each other. Instead of fighting against each other, it was good to fight with each other. Instead of fighting against you, they felt good fighting with you. They called arms together, except against each other. They were happy. They felt, like they could become friends. So they did. All the kingdoms connected. And peace all over the world came. Deku was happy. And Deku announced that he is stepping down from the king position and giving it to the rightful heir to the throne, the prince that I mentioned. As the prince takes over, he rules just like Deku did, with kindness, with peace in mind. He did all of this. He was also strong enough to hold his own against Deku at 50%. Actually, no, with Deku at, I'm going to say 5%. Deku was very strong in their eyes. Deku was stronger than all of, regular knights. Now, the Demon King was strong enough to destroy the whole world. Deku was not strong enough to destroy the whole world yet. At most, he can destroy a city. Actually, no, not a city. He can destroy a whole country. And that's it. As Deku then leaves back to Earth, Deku gained levels tremendously. He got money fast. His skills were leveled. And this one will lead us off. Thank you for watching, and peace out. See you guys in the next one.